Alright, so now we need to determine, is our pond suitable for the storage that we need. Like I said, we're shooting for a cubic yards of 1850. So what we're going to do is go to our surface tab and we're going to check our volume of our pond. I'm going to go to earthwork and I'm going to use the surface elevation command. The surface I'm going to look at is the finished design, and the elevation I'm looking for is 442. That's what I want to compare to. So at 442, which is 2 feet below our top of our pond, because that's we need 2 feet of freeboard, I want to know what the pond's storage is. So I'm going to select the boundary for the pond, and I'm going to go and just click OK. It's going to create a report, and you can see that we're a little bit shy. We're not interested in the material above that. I'm actually looking at this 1472 is the number I'm looking for, right? So that's what's below that elevation of 442. It also shows you the area within the boundary. Okay, so I need to increase my area. I can't really increase the depth because remember we hit our max here. So we need to stretch out our pond. So I'm going to make some quick adjustments to it. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit this top boundary. Okay, so if I come over to the horizontal tab, let's go ahead and pull this out a little bit more here. So I'm just going to bring this guy out right about to maybe where that white our white line is there, and we'll do the same thing here. We don't go too far. We want to make sure that we keep it inside where it's daylighting. Okay, that's good enough. We can adjust that here. Let's make some quick adjustments just to determine where our pond's going to be. So we want to come in here and just move these guys. All right, so I'm just going to come in and click once, click again, and we'll click here. Save that one. Let's pull this guy out somewhere. We don't want to snap to that line, so we should make sure we pick in a spot. Let's move him out a little bit more. Okay. Do the same thing on this starting point. Let's move him out. Take this guy down here. Let's move. Him over. Okay. Let's move him back. Let's check that. Alright, so there's our auto close. Let's change this back to a straight segment. Let's move this guy out to here. Okay, and then we'll auto close it, and let's change this radius back to a PI arc of 20. Okay, then we also want to move our bottom of our center of our pond. All right, we think we got the outers good. Let's move the center pond over, or the center of the pond over. Now what's going to happen when we do this is it's also going to adjust our temporary surface, right, which is fine. So we're going to just kind of move this guy in the middle. Okay, not going to change any of the elevations. We can slide this guy down a little bit. That point there. Pull this guy over. Okay, we'll move this guy over. Now we'll move this one over. Okay. That looks pretty good, at least where we want things to be. Kind of got a bad point there to get rid of. So let's rebuild our finished design surface. We'll rebuild that with the adjustments just to see if we got the right volume, and then we'll do some other tweaks. So again, go back to the earthwork report. We're going to select our boundary. Everything should be set. And we'll click OK. And we'll see we're just a little bit shy. We got 1786. We're looking at 1850, so we need to make another couple adjustments. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this guy out as well. So I'm going to edit this line, and we'll move him out to here. Okay, and we want to make sure we're maintaining that 6%. So I'm just moving these. We're going to have to go back and edit this, because now when we move these, remember, it's in this case, this particular surface is automatically set to rebuild. So when we move these lines, it's automatically rebuilding this surface for us. Okay. So if we turn on that surface, our pond temporary, you can see that it's already maintaining that. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure we got our 6% from here over to here. So I'm going to add a vertical, and we're going to put an insertion point, and we're going to put a vertical point offset slope from this reference line. Our cross slope is going to be 6%, and we want that to be right about in here. All right, so it's going to set that point there. We'll do the same thing. We'll save that. We'll do the same thing somewhere in here. All right, we'll do the same thing somewhere in here. Okay, so you can see that it's adjusting that for us there. Okay, so we need to make a few more tweaks. Let's turn off the pond bottom, and let's just move this guy out a little bit more. So we'll go back to horizontal, move this PI, let's move him out over in here. Okay. Close, go back and rebuild. So hopefully maybe with these adjustments we're where we need to be. If not, we'll have to make one more adjustment. Alright, so let's go back to earthwork report. We got our boundary, select that, click OK. And now we're at 1980. So just those little adjustments gave us what we needed. So we could tweak it back. We'll leave it at 1980. Nothing hurts to have a little safety factor in there for us. Shouldn't affect too much else what's going on. So now that we've got that, the next thing is we need to we want to get rid of that temporary pond surface. We don't need that, and then we want to daylight this out. So we'll show you that next.